Hi people, how you guys doing? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It's Sandra here and I hope that we are all doing good. We're going to be getting into a Charlie Kirk video, and we all know how the past couple of days, couple of weeks it's been surreal, and more and more of his videos have been popping up, a lot more that I haven't even gotten into, and I'm just more interested to really see like what forms of like his opinions are so conflicting with others and just all of that basic. So we're going to be getting into a video of Charlie Kirk with a black student on the topic of white privilege, and let's just see how this will pan out. Okay.
If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean that is correct. Yeah.
That's correct. Okay, so can we both agree?
What was the context of what I said though?
What was the context? I don't even want to get into DEI because your opinion on DEI, it doesn't really help it in this case. So, if the context between what you brought up was that you believe that
because they were being hired because they were black.
Okay, so can we both agree that every single pilot, whether black, white, whoever, has to go through FAA certification?
No, actually,
we can't.
New lawsuit shows that black pilots and female pilots have the standards being relaxed.
No,
for them.
sir. Can we agree at the time of February 29th or 2023 when you said it at the time? No.
No, actually, I said it. That's why you don't know the context. Is that new lawsuits were showing that they were relaxing the standards for air traffic control and pilots in order to meet the standards.
The context of that was diversity, equity, and inclusion. What does that have to do with hiring?
Everything. DEI definitionally is that we will hire more of a race versus a different race. So, for example, United Airlines said that they want 50% of their new pilots to either be women or black.
Okay. So what I'm getting from this, right, is that there is DEI. Every company, every organization is trying to implement the DEI, and that is just diversity, equity, inclusivity, all of that in their organization. And I think Charlie's argument is that in order to do this, there could be some relaxation and there could be some slacks that will be cut out for people of a certain race just because they need them for balancing. Okay, they need them for every type of balancing, gender balancing, race balancing, pronoun balancing, whatever we do have. And then this young man's argument is that in as much as he has a different opinion on DI than Charlie Kirk, and but in as much as there's the presence of this balancing, he doesn't think that it affects the capability or credibility of anybody you see on seat, anyone of color you do see on seat. And I'm just really wondering, like, why should we even be having this conversation in the first instance? Like, why should the organizations or why is the government looking to balancing things? It'll be really great if a nation recognizes all race, all genders, all whatever, right? But it shouldn't be at the detriment of qualification. And it's really going to be sad if the government is doing this, relaxing protocols, relaxing qualifications just so that there'll be a certain type of balance. So right now, I know that like my opinion or my thoughts is kind of like unrelated to what's being spoken about, because I'm just like, if either of them are being truthful and factual, which Charlie Kirk almost always is, yeah, I mean, there's a problem, there's a fault with the government, not even like the companies.
Currently, just so you understand, it's like 8%. So they want to go from 8% to 50%.
Okay.
And every time DEI is implemented, every single time, the lowering of standards occurs. Every single time.
Lowering of standards?
Correct. So can I prove it to you? We both want excellence, right?
Okay.
If you and I said, hey, we want 50% of the new people going in the NBA are white.
Okay.
Would the NBA drop in its standard?
No. The National Basketball League?
No, if we said 50%, if we say
50% of the NBA dropped and it was only white.
No, I
you're
said...
saying would the standard go down?
I'm not hearing what I'm saying. If 50% of all new people going in the NBA were white, by decree, would the quality of play of the NBA decrease?
Would the quality of play in the NBA decrease?
Yeah.
No, if they're the same standard of basketball play.
Hold on, let's talk realistic.
Well, what are you saying realistically? You're asking me if
75% of the NBA is black. 75%.
So does that mean white players are less better, or does that mean
whites are not as good at basketball as blacks?
Okay.
I mean, we got some big.
Everybody, calm down.
We got some big exceptions. I mean, we're very proud of Larry Bird. Okay.
No, he's good. He's good.
We're very proud of Luka and Nikola. However, the point being, let's implement DEI in the NBA.
Okay.
If all of a sudden 50% of all the players have to be white, which means they have to say no to otherwise good black players.
There was a time where this happened, right?
Well, no, I of course, and the league wasn't as good. That's the point.
No, you understand that there was a time where the exclusion of African American players was in the NBA, right?
No, for sure. I acknowledge that. And the league got better as blacks were allowed in.
Did it get better, or did we just integrate ourselves in?
Well, hold on. No, but wait.
The players in the league averages around that time weren't worse. We just got better.
Hold on. Do you actually think that, why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, well, it was a certain point around 1965
why
where
is
a
it,
law
answer the
passed
question.
where we can actually...
Why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Because we integrated into the league.
No, because the best players are allowed to play in the NBA.
Well, actually, the best players in the NBA are European born.
Well,
they're not even African American.
I mean, a couple of them are. As I said, we're very proud.
No, we're very integrated within sports, but what does that prove?
That proves that the NBA is not built on DEI, it's built on excellence.
No, the NBA isn't proof. So when you mention DEI, you're now saying that it's...
And it may not, count for much, and it may not even should count for something. But I think, realistically speaking, there are proven to be some race, some ethnicity that are better in certain type of sports, or even better in certain type of things. Okay. So let's come to race now, right? They're using baseball as an instance. And to be honest, like, quite frankly, just, listening to this, and right now it's taking my mind to the reality. I think I am more aware of black athletes, like black basketballers, and they just seem to be doing so much more, than like the rest. I don't know if that sounds right or if that sounds wrong, but I'm just saying that, listening to this, I'm like, I think I do see more black players than white. And it's not even something I've ever really questioned. I'm not really into sports, so I can't say, oh, I've, researched and, ever wondered or pondered on why, I see more black, basketball players than white, and why the black ones are being more glorified than the white ones. So, I mean, if we're going by what he's saying, I guess some race just has, that talent, the gift. I don't even know what to call it, but
you obviously don't know what DEI is. DEI.
I know what DEI is. If you're not giving me a proper explanation
DEI
on what
is
it is.
racial quotas.
Racial quotas?
Yes. You've never heard of DEI before. So, do you know what a racial quota is? You have to have a certain amount of a certain race. That is what United Airlines did. Mm-hmm. We must get to 50% of our pilots to be black or women. Okay. Therefore, if the NBA said 50% of our players have to be white, I guarantee you, we could try to get as many Serbs and Croats as possible. It's not going to make the NBA the best league. Instead, the NBA has a policy of which the NBA and the FAA and the United Airlines should have the same policy. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It matters how good you are at what you do. So excellence matters.
Wait. So everybody's good? So what you're saying is the NBA
is a great example
of... No, it's a bad example. Because in the example that I gave you, I said when you say a black or female pilot might be less qualified because of DEI, what you're implying is that they didn't earn their spot.
Correct, they didn't, because that's what DEI does.
That's what you're implying?
Because you're there because of the quota, not because of excellence.
Does DEI give you the opportunity because of who you are, or does it open up access?
No, it gives it because of literally the color of your skin.
Charlie, you are quoted by saying that... Guys, Charlie...
Everyone knows the quote because it's true. When you hire somebody...
What's true?
It's true because they're there not because of their merit, but because of a racial quota. Why is it that only 8% of pilots right now for United Airlines are black or female?
It's actually 3%.
Oh, that proves my point even more.
And no, it doesn't. It's... Guys, DEI is the reason why they're not in these positions. But it's because they're... Listen!
Man, you are making no sense at all.
That's cool.
No, explain to me what...
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is the... Sorry, okay.
Explain to me what a racial quota is.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is the reason as to why accesses are now open to certain races.
Hold on. Can a black person not become a pilot before DEI?
What are you saying? Was it equal opportunity or was it equal access?
But
was it equal opportunity? Was it equal access?
It's
Charlie?
equal both.
It's both.
Yes,
it's equal opportunity. And I could not go to college in 1964 with a free ride, free paid tuition, but you could, Charlie.
hold
What are
on.
y'all
First of
saying?
all,
Are y'all just forgetting that the last 50 years of
hold on.
historical
No,
context happened?
this is
That's
a
crazy.
How did that?
That's crazy.
How does that impact you? And wait, do you have a free ride right now?
Do I have a free ride right now?
Yeah.
I go to school.
Who pays your tuition?
Who pays my tuition?
Yeah.
I don't want to share that on.
You just said you had a free ride.
I don't want to.
Wait, hold on.
I said in 1964, I
No.
could not go to school
So
on
it's
a free ride.
2025. Let's stay focused
So
on
in
today.
2025, even
Yeah.
with equal opportunity and
No,
open access,
it's not.
that's what diversity, equity, and inclusion is. It opened up access for people like me to get these opportunities.
But so someone has to pay for your college. Who's paying for it?
You're saying someone has to pay for my college?
Yeah. So taxpayers
y'all
are paying for
my
your
college. Deposit the money into the bank right now.
Well,
Show me your bank account. It's taxes.
wait.
Charlie Kirk, I'm talking to you.
This is a publicly funded
Charlie
institution. But
So we did get into that. And I just want to say that this is such a racial argument. And I feel like myself as an external body or truly cannot air like a unbiased view because obviously I'm going to be working on two people's opinion, which is, I think in this case, it's more of Charlie's facts and Charlie's research and Charlie's knowledge versus this young man's reality and his opinion and just what, like his reality has shaped his mind to believe and just to, see things as. First things first, right? I would always say that the whole I mean, the whole DEI agenda, even if I feel like the world should be really inclusive, I also believe that every individual should make themselves worthy, to make themselves certified, to make themselves capable for whatever field and whatever they would be put in for inclusivity. Okay, and that's just saying that if you're a doctor and let's say you're Latino and you go to a hospital that just so happens to have a majority white or a majority black staffs. I mean, if that hospital wants to have like a gender, have like a race equality, if they're putting you in there, it's just because you are everything they need qualification wise, and you just so happen to fit whatever race, description that they need for that time. Okay. So if that's how DEI goes, in my opinion, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. But if DEI is just lowering standards and just reducing expectations just so as to feed the eyes of people in what is the competence of such person. And I'm not even speaking specific to any race at this point. I'm speaking to like, every race. Do you get me? Like no specific race is being pointed fingers at, right? And this young man, I feel like maybe he does have a realistic point of opinion, right? His opinion must have or could have been fostered by his reality, his experience, his environment, and what he must have heard from family, friends, and all that, right? And whilst I feel like Charlie would have like a little bit of this experience, but more of research. I mean, research in every form, be it in person, be it online, whatsoever it be, right? So I feel like both men do have their opinions that obviously was fostered by knowledge and experience. They're not conflicting at this point. But I just want to say that, in my opinion, I would say that it should be competence over race, it should be competence over skin color, it should be competence over gender. Where I'm from, I haven't really there isn't a lot of this race balancing. It's more of a gender balancing where companies who want to have an international presence or want to be seen or discovered by an international presence, they tend to want to employ people of they want to do age balancing as well. They want to have staffs who are older and have staffs who are really young, and they want to have staffs who are male, female, and all of that, right? And I'm just yes, I would support that because it's going to make a whole lot of sense if every type of person, every type of individual, every race, every color, every age is being included, as long as they fit the description, they fit your qualification process, whatever it be, right? This is my first video, my first commentary video of Charlie Kirk after the unfortunate situation, and just saying this here, and I'm just imagining watching this video some of the time, and I said this happened this time. I don't know, it's just really jumbled up in my head, but it's a really bittersweet situation because obviously the whole thing that played out is It's bizarre. It's still surreal to me. But the fact that we have these legacies and, we have these videos and we have this to go back and to inform ourselves or to unlearn things, we could learn and unlearn things from these videos and all of that, right? So I feel like it's a bittersweet situation and I'm just really grateful for everything. Like having this part of him, still out here. But yeah, people, I want to know what you guys think about this. I mean, it's fine if you don't agree with Charlie Kirk. It's fine if you don't agree with the young black man. It's fine if you agree with both of them. It's fine if you don't agree with any of them. It's okay. I mean, that is literally what opinions are. Like, if you're confused about the meaning of opinion, you can quite literally, check the internet. I mean, grateful for that. Like, we have the internet to inform us. But yeah, let me know what you'll think about this down in the comment box. All right. So let's keep on staying safe and healthy. So, bye.